Materialism never leads to godliness. Things are only obstacles that get in the way of an eternal perspective. We talk about mission. There will be some of our brothers tonight in places around the world on mission for God. They will starve to death tonight because of their confession of Christ. There are others that will live in places you wouldn't put your pigs for the sake of Christ. Let me ask you something. How much has Christianity cost you? How much has it really cost you? How much have you had to suffer for the sake of Christ? How much have you lost for Him? I'll always ask young people, you know, what do you talk about most? There's your God. What do you think about most? There is your God. What do you have your eye set upon? There is your mission, and your God, and your heart, and your treasure. What consumes you? One of the worst things you can do is reduce Christianity down to a moral thing you do because it's what everyone else who is moral does. We're talking about passion. We're talking about treasure. Now, let me say something very, very revealing about myself, about human nature, about men. When I was in Peru serving the Lord, it was during a terrible war. People were dying all around. Sometimes I was in the city of Lima, which was considered the worst place on the face of the earth at that time. Sometimes in the jungles, on the Amazon, sometimes on the Marañón, sometimes in the Andes Mountains, fraught with danger. People used to tell me, oh, it must be so hard to live for Christ there. No. Easiest thing I've ever done was live for Christ there. Why? You have nothing. You have nothing but Christ. And if Christ doesn't save you that day, you won't be saved. If He doesn't feed you that day, you won't be fed. If He doesn't protect you, you will not be protected. There's nothing you can do in the arm of your own strength. Get up in the morning, you get out of the tent, you go bathe in the river, you come back, you eat something. You go preach the gospel all day. You come home, you collapse in the tent, you wake up the next morning, you do it all over again. No cars, no homes, no keeping up with the Joneses, no designer clothes, no malls, no anything. Just Christ. And it was so easy to live for Him. It was so easy. It took almost no effort. Because there was nothing competing with Him. I feel like one of the worst things that ever happened to me, even though I know it isn't because it is within the will of God, God called me to come back to the United States. Oh, it was hard. It was horrible. It still is. Try being in Peru and all that poverty, and then snap yourself out of there in 1 second and stand in the middle of a North American mall. It'll make you want to puke. Look around at everything that glitters and shines. Just make you nauseous. It is not hard to live for Christ in Peru. It's hard to live for Christ in the United States of America. Such a battle. And to be honest with you folks, we're losing it. We're losing it.